All right, guys, I've got 5 brand new updates on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack. Some of it great, unless you're Samsung. Let's dive in. What's up, everyone? Tech Torch here. So first off, remember the rumor about Samsung pushing the Galaxy Unpacked event to February 25th? Well, it turns out that delay might not be as bad as we thought. A new leak suggests Samsung could still pull off a late January launch. For context, the S25 launched on January 22nd, so realistically, we're only looking at about a week's difference. That's not too bad. Apparently, the shuffle happened because Samsung decided to bring back the Plus model last minute. But now that things have settled internally, the overall timeline looks solid, so yeah, the final week of January still seems to be the target, which means we're closer to the S26 Ultra than most people realize. Now let's talk about something more exciting, the camera. A reliable insider claims Samsung is finally fixing something fans have complained about for years, something Apple already does better. See, Samsung's 200 megapixel sensor still defaults to 12 megapixel shots by default. You can switch to 50 or 200 manually, sure, but iPhones capture 24 megapixels right out of the box. That gives Apple sharper details in most lighting conditions. Well, Samsung seems ready to fix that. With the S26 Ultra, they're switching the default capture to 24 megapixels too, not just for normal photos, but also for portrait shots. Finally, some parity with Apple's setup. There is a small catch though, you'll need to enable it manually through Samsung's own camera assistant app. It's not third-party, it's official, and once you install it, you'll unlock some serious pro controls. That includes automatic lens switching, deeper HDR tuning, and a ton of hidden tweaks Samsung usually locks away. So yeah, 24 megapixel photos are coming, but you'll have to flip the switch yourself. Speaking of the camera assistant app, it's also getting some cool upgrades. One standout feature is a focus speed slider for both photos and videos. That's a game changer for creators. Basically, it'll let you control how fast your camera transitions between subjects, just like manual focus pulls in cinema cameras. If Samsung nails this, it's going to make phone videography feel next level. You'll also be able to disable HDR10+ and stick to regular HDR if you prefer. Plus, Samsung's bringing adaptive pixel mode, which merges multiple frames for sharper, brighter, low-noise images. Now onto hardware. The new leak confirms the S26 Ultra will feature a 12-megapixel 3 telephoto lens, replacing the 10-megapixel sensor from before. It's a subtle but real upgrade that should improve clarity and color. The main and periscope cameras are also getting larger apertures, but Ice Universe says Samsung might still crop the sensor to 10 megapixels and upscale it back to yeah, they already did that trick on the S25 Ultra, so it wouldn't be shocking if they repeated it. Guess we'll just have to wait and see how they handle image processing this time around. Now about the battery and charging, certifications from China just cleared up the confusion. It's still packing the 5,000 mAh cell with 60 watts charging, not the rumored 5,400 milliamps some reports mentioned earlier. And here's the part Samsung fans are debating, the chip. Earlier leaks said the S26 Ultra might use the Exynos 2600 in some regions, like the regular S26 and S26 Plus, but new reports suggest otherwise. A fresh update from South Korea says the Ultra model will stay Snapdragon-only worldwide. Samsung even claims it runs 30% cooler thanks to a new heat pass block design. If that's true, it's impressive, but let's be real, Samsung's track record with Exynos hasn't exactly been flawless. They'll have to prove it performs as well in the real world as it does on paper. Still, if Samsung pulls it off, great thermals, zero throttling, and better ISP, fans might finally give Exynos a fair shot in next year's S27 Ultra. But for now, Snapdragon-only feels like the safer play. And yeah, if you want 5 more fresh leaks about the S26 Ultra that Samsung definitely doesn't want you to know, check out the next video right here. Hit that like button and I'll catch you there. Peace out.